Oh, yeah. We did it. We made it into the wonderful world of Model Monday Live. You know we come at you every week, just about every week. So good to be here with everybody again. Good music. Mr. Alex in the chat says good music. I agree. Nice music as always, yeah. I did a little bit of rearranging here in TooTallToby's studio. I can't quite get the lighting the way that I want it. It's casting some weird shadows, so we'll get there. Everything is iterative. That's what engineering's all about, right? We don't make mistakes, we make revisions. They say in the world of engineering. Good to see everybody here. Welcome, welcome. Ricardo Jean is here. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Michael is here. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. And Mr. Alex is here. Airwick is here. What's up? What's up? Ramirez is here. Welcome. Jern is here. I saw Jern down at the bottom said, I hope you're feeling better this week. I am. I'm feeling much, much better this week. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. No longer stuffy, or at least just barely stuffy. A little stuffy still, but within reasonable parameters. Operating within reasonable parameters, or operating within acceptable parameters. Who's famous for saying that? Operating within acceptable parameters. You guys can tell me in the chat, because that's what we're doing right now. All right, let's see here. What else we got? Amir is here. Says, hi, people. What's up, Amir? PC Arduino is here. Welcome, welcome. And Ex Machina Engineering says, hey, people. Vicky Chong is here in the chat. Any questions you guys have, you can let her know. She will take care of you for sure. And Carram CSC is here. Welcome, welcome. And let's see what else we got here. I think we are good. We are good. We are good. We are good. Will says hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Bodie McBoatpants in the chat. For all your web dev needs, you can ask him any questions. Dom Linder is here. Welcome, Dom. Thanks for joining us. And let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Ex Machina says, stream is cutting out. Anyone else? Well, I sure hope not. Let me look at my control panel here and make sure that we're okay. It does say I'm pushing it a little bit more than I should be. So you guys will have to let me know. Stream is stable for me. Sounds good here. All good here. All right. I think it's on your end, bro. But let me know as always. And of course, let me know if the audio sounds good too. We should be able to hear the music a little bit in the background, but it shouldn't be too overwhelming. And so if we need to make any adjustments, you let me know and we can adjust on the fly to make sure that everyone has the best possible audible experience. It says, don't wait on me to enter my answers. If everyone else is submitted, move on without me. Okay, good to know. We'll definitely keep that in mind. We generally go by the clock. We just let the clock determine our fate here. I was trying to kind of cut off that heart a little bit, but I think I'm going to leave that out there. I like it. All right, let's get into it here. Anybody have any final questions? Final questions, this is your chance. Otherwise, we got to go. We got to keep this thing moving forward. We got to get into the wonderful world of Model Monday Live. Let's get into it here. Today is February 12th. It's a beautiful day. It's the beginning of February, second weekend, I guess, technically. And, you know, it is indeed a beautiful day. And I'm glad that we are all here together. I had an amazing weekend. We had a scout event this weekend, and it was awesome. Could not have asked for better weather, and everybody was getting along, and everybody was helping each other. And so it was just a beautiful thing. Bob Phelps in the chat says, hello from Iowa. What's up, Bob? Welcome. Thanks for joining us today. Welcome to Model Monday Live. We're going to do some live modeling challenges here. We're going to talk about the tournament as well. The tournament continues this February 14th, Valentine's Day. Make sure you get your sweethearts some flowers. Take care of them on that special day. And if you take off work and you're looking to do something over that lunch hour, you can join us for the tournament, February 14th. We're going to do a live solve today in Onshape. We're going to solve this model here. We did get some requests in the comments for this model. This is from a few weeks ago, the slide hinge. So we'll take a look at this in Onshape live today. And of course, we're going to have our speed modeling challenges for all of you. So let's go. Let's get into it here. We're going to take a look at this sample file. This sample file is going to show us what we're going to be doing today, which is showing you a 2D print and asking you to calculate the mass and then enter the answer in the chat. Once you know what the mass is, enter that down in the chat. The basic rules are that you can use any CAD package as long as you can input the density and output the mass. Then you can use any CAD package you want. Make sure you use the specified precision. I think the prints today are all in millimeters in whole units, so I think you're okay there. And the first correct answer in the chat will be declared the winner. We'll win the points. We'll get on the leaderboard for February on the Model Monday Live webpage. Here's the units that we use. If you're here for the first time, you might want to take a screen capture of this page. Grab the unit system, grab the units, grab the densities, especially because the densities are different for the different CAD packages out there. So you want to make sure that you have a material, custom material. You'll see a little bit later in the presentation, we're going to be doing some Onshape, some live Onshape here. And we're going to see that in Onshape, what I've done is I've gone into my materials library down here and I've assigned a custom material. So I've got a materials library here. You can see there's the standard Onshape materials library, but then there's also a custom TTT library where I've got my ABS 1060 aluminum and plain carbon steel. So, you know, this is something that you're going to want to make sure that you do for your CAD system so that you've got a reliable source of materials with the correct material density hooked into each of those. So just keep that in mind as we are going through these Model Monday Live challenges. Karam is exactly in the chat. Karam saying, in my Autodesk Inventor, I don't have 1060 aluminum. Yeah, exactly. You're hitting the nail on the head there, Karam. So what you want to do is make sure you create a custom materials library, and that way you can add these materials with these densities. Otherwise, you're not going to be coming up with the correct mass. So custom material, how to create a custom material, very important skill for all engineers to know how to do because it will come up in your career. So make sure you know how to do that, make that custom material, and then you'll be able to use that over and over again. In the meantime, you could manually input a density. Most CAD packages let you do that. I don't know how to do it specifically in Inventor, but I'm sure that there's a way to input a custom material density for the model in question. All right, the advanced rules are this is meant to be fun and good-spirited. I will make mistakes from time to time, and the Ivan exploit is permitted if you happen to find a spot to use it. This first model we're going to get into here is going to begin as soon as I go to full screen. You're going to take a screen capture, move it over onto your second screen, and attempt to create this model. And this challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part in XXXX grams? Tolerance is plus or minus 1 gram. Only 1 gram tolerance. Wow, that's tough. 0.1%. That's kind of rough. This is a model that comes to us from the tournament last year, the World Championship, the 23-T-07 ear bracket. This is a model that you're going to be challenged to create here. You're going to have to come up with a good technique of creating this thing. The ear bracket, we've got a variation of this ear bracket that we've seen in a few different tournaments, but I like this one, that kind of curve on the bottom. I think it makes it a little bit more tricky. And of course, with those counter bores in the ear section. What is the mass of this part? Take a screen capture, move it over onto your second screen, and try to calculate the mass of this part. Ali Amori is here. What's up, Ali? Welcome, welcome. Great to see you here in the chat. Says hello, everyone. Hello, my friend. How are you? And welcome to the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. I hope that was enough time. Grab a screen capture, move that over onto your second screen. We're going to keep moving with today's presentation. Try and stay on schedule today. And let's talk about the channel. What can we do to support the channel? Well, of course, the easiest thing that we can all do is hit the like button. I know a lot of you are scrambling to try to create that model, but if you could like and subscribe on this channel, it is a huge help. You could just go down and hit that like button. I'm going to hit the like button over here on my monitoring computer. We're going to see how we are doing as far as likes go compared to number of people watching. We got 21 people watching. We got 11 likes. Let's see if we can get that to match 1-to-1. Paulo Coco is here, says, hello, 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 my friend. We just got started with the very first challenge. So take a look. You can roll back the video a couple of seconds and you can find that challenge and you can participate with everybody else. And also, I want to remind you guys that another great way to support the channel is to share and reshare. This is another excellent way to support the channel. You can just take a screen capture of what we're doing here and share it out to your friends and fellow engineers. A great way to continue to grow the network and leverage the network effect. And then during the week, you know, if you're not scrambling trying to create these 3D CAD challenges, you can check out our value for value website, TooTallToby.com/donate. And the value for value model basically says that if you're getting value out of this channel, if you're getting value from these practice models, from these tips and tricks, if you're saving time, if it's helping you get a job, if it's helping make your job a little bit easier, send some value back to us. You can send some value back to us. And you can do that at TooTallToby.com/donate. You can be like this guy here. He's got the poster from the tournament on the wall. He's got the TooTallToby sticker on his laptop. He's got his credit card out. He is ready to support with value for value. And you can do that through Super Chat in the YouTube, built right into YouTube. You can also do it through Super Thanks, built right into YouTube. But you can also do it through our website, TooTallToby.com/donate. And we love getting those donations. They come in throughout the week. They're a nice little surprise. Last week, we got a couple. We got one from our friend CK hooking it up. Nice $26.25 donation USD. And we got another donation during the week from our other friend, Jason. And he came in with a nice little $10.80 donation. Very much appreciated. A great way to show your support. A great way to show that you appreciate what we're doing here on the channel. And you can even set up a recurring donation if you wanted. You could set up a, you know, $10 a month or $5 a month or whatever you can give. Set it up, set it and forget it. It's a great way to continue to support the channel, continue to help the channel grow. TooTallToby.com/donate to set that up. And we very much appreciate it. We appreciate these value for value donations that came in this week. Thank you so much for these. And so with that, let's get into the next section of today's presentation. We are going to get into TTT news. First of all, the shorts experiment continues. It continues to grow. It's like a fungus. Just continues to grow. Every week we look back and we got 7 more. And that's because we're doing a new short every single day. So if you guys are enjoying the shorts, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, and of course, be sure to share. This is another great opportunity to share, to grow the network. So if you see me post something, a SolidWorks tip, and you think it's pretty cool, just hit that reshare button on your Instagram or on your YouTube or on your whatever, on Twitter, wherever you happen to see that short. Take it, do a screen capture, a recapture, and let's see if we can continue to grow this network. Ali Amori says, try my luck at Model Mania tomorrow, practicing with some TooTallToby models to warm up. Wish me luck. I wish you the best of luck, Ali. I'm sure that you're going to absolutely crush it. Make sure if anybody wins Model Mania this year, you wear a TooTallToby shirt on stage and you see if you can grab the mic and say, everybody go to TooTallToby.com, and we'll continue to grow the network that way as well. So sign up for practice models. It's a great way to grow the network. We've also been posting videos all week. So we did a practice model. We did a CAD versus CAD highlight from the tournament. We did another practice model. And then we did this morning the announcement of the collection of 3D CAD challenges. A great video showing how to get in and use TooTallToby.com/practice to continue to grow your skills. Tell everybody, if you're at a conference this week, tell everybody about TooTallToby.com/practice and how they can sign up and do practice models against the clock. A great way to continue to expand your 3D CAD skills. We also have all these videos and all the live streams posted on the calendar, TooTallToby.com/calendar, so you can check that out and get all caught up with all your past content. I also want to remind you that there is on Onshape Discord. If you guys are into Onshape, check out the Onshape Discord. There's lots of great discussions, lots of great tips and tricks going on in there. It's growing really fast. They're going through that phase of Discord right now where it grew so fast that the admins didn't really know what to do and didn't know how to manage it. So it's like a little bit out of sorts right now, but they're pulling it back together and they're doing a great job with it. And every Discord goes through that. So it's all good. And you guys are definitely going to get it down. So check it out. Check out the Onshape Discord, link down below in the description. And the Spring Open tournament has officially begun. We got to watch last week. We got to see our friends Imants and Dusty Techno square off. And then we got to see Mr. Alex go up against Jern. And they were such awesome matches. So excited to see those matches going down. And I got your message on Discord, Jern. I can't remember if I responded to you or not. It was a little bit of a crazy weekend with the camping this weekend, but it was a great weekend, and I will definitely get back to you. We're gonna have Jern on as a special guest doing some build 1, 2, 3D. But if you guys didn't get to see that, be sure to check it out. If you go to TooTallToby.com and you take a look at the if you go to TooTallToby.com and you take a look at the page Tournaments Spring, or TooTallToby.com/spring, you can click on this flyer right here. You click on this flyer, and when you click on this flyer, it actually shows you the live update of the tournament. So you can see here that Imants was able to emerge victorious against Dusty Techno, and you can also see over here that Mr. Alex was able to emerge victorious over Jern. And so our next matchups are going to be next week. We're going to see Dom using SolidWorks going up against Ty using a Libre, and we're going to see Chadwick using Inventor going up against Guilherme using SolidWorks. So very, very excited to see these matchups. And we got Michael Mitchwet in the chat, and he's going to be using Inventor here in a couple of weeks, February 21st in 2 weeks. So very cool. I just saw his answer come in, and he is here on the tournament bracket, ready to rock. And of course, Ex Machina also in the tournament bracket and in the chat today. We can see here that we got some friendly discussion going on amongst the people in the tournament. I also want to give a huge shout out to our sponsor of the tournament, Libre. Libre is not only putting up prizes for the tournament this year, but they are also putting up a coupon code. So if you guys want to save some money on your next purchase of a Libre, use this coupon code to check out TooTallToby 22 February, and you will get, I think it's 22% off. Get a nice percentage off using that coupon code. So check that out. It is TooTallToby 22 Feb. The coupon code is down below in the description as well. And the next time you purchase a Libre or an Libre product, you can take advantage of that coupon code. Very cool stuff from our prize sponsor, Libre. Thank you so much to our prize sponsor, Libre. Prizes are listed here on the site if you're curious. We did have prizes on the site. Maybe we pulled them off. Maybe we're still revising the prizes. Oh, here it is. Look at this. Prizes. Look at this. First place, $200 USD and a seat of a Libre Design Expert. Second place, $100 USD and a seat of a Libre Design Pro. Third and fourth place, $50 each and a seat of a Libre Design Pro. How cool is that? So we got some pretty good prizes here for this tournament. Good luck to all our runners. Ex Machina says, that's amazing. I agree. That is amazing. Awesome prizes here. Very excited to see who emerges victorious in this tournament. And our other sponsor for the tournament is our good friends over at SolidBox. Professional, no IT required computer solutions. You've got, if you need a new computer, if your team needs new computers, if you need training, consulting, mysolidbox.com is kind of your one-stop shop. They do all kinds of different CAD systems. So SolidWorks, Onshape, Fusion, lots of different 3D CAD systems, and whatever solution you need, check them out, mysolidbox.com. They will definitely take care of you. So check them out. We got Alba Kronos in the chat today. What's up, Alba Kronos? Great to see you. First time I remember seeing you in here. Welcome and thanks for joining us. All right, guys, check out mysolidbox.com for all of your professional CAD needs. Like I mentioned last week, February 7th, we saw our kickoff match, Imants versus Dusty Techno. We saw Mr. Alex versus Jern. Really, really fun matches. Full live stream is on the website, on the YouTube channel. You can check that out. This week, in 2 days, February 14th, Dom using SolidWorks versus Ty using a Libre, and Chadwick using Inventor versus Guilherme using SolidWorks. Very excited to see these matchups on Wednesday. Be sure to check them out. Share it with your friends in the world of CAD. We got lots of good matches coming up in this tournament. 16 people. Wednesdays at 1 p.m. No sheet metal. That's the big difference to the rules in the open tournament. And of course, we are also implementing sudden death in this tournament. If there's two pushes, if there's two matches that go to a push, then we go into sudden death. We have some special rules to make sure that the tournament keeps moving forward. So very cool stuff. Be sure to sign up at TooTallToby.com if you want to compete in future tournaments. We do all of the qualification and registration through the website, TooTallToby.com. So sign up for a free account, and then you will be ready to go to register for the next tournament. I mentioned that I posted a video this morning with practice models updates. So if you go to TooTallToby.com/practice, you'll see that all of the practice models are available. There's a built-in clock. There's a tiered level difficulty. There's a leaderboard. You can track your progress, and it's mobile friendly. So you can check out TooTallToby.com/practice, and you can get all of your 2D to 3D fixes in there. And He says, I'm Mr. Alex from a notebook. Oh, okay, cool. All right, good. Double practice. I like it. Double practice. I like it. So, yeah, you guys can check out TooTallToby.com/practice. It's an awesome website. It gives you a chance to really get in there and continue to hone your skills. And we are adding new models every week to that website. So check it out and keep coming back and checking for more. And finally, I got to mention training. We got TooTallToby.com/training up and running. If you go here, TooTallToby.com/training, you can see that we currently have 4 classes, although we're about to add 2 more to this list. And you can also see that down here, we are scheduled to run our first class. We have 2 students signed up so far, but we're looking to get some more into that class. It's going to run on Thursday, February 29th, and it is Toby's Advanced SolidWorks part design. So we do advanced fillets and chamfers, splines, fit splines, 3D curves, helices, split lines, 3D sketching, sweeps, lofts, pierce constraint, delete face, move face, multi-body commands, advanced patterns, and more. Lots more. This is a live class with me, so it is live training. It's over the web, but it's not pre-recorded videos or anything. So you also get the ability to ask me questions. You get access to an exclusive area of Discord, and you also get the training files, a training manual with this awesome cover, and the certificate of completion. So be sure to check that out. We would love to have some more students in that class. If you need some training, if you have coworkers who need training, if you have your friends, colleagues, if you go to user groups and you know people there who need some training, be sure to send them my way. TooTallToby.com/training has all of that training information. And we are excited to kick off this first official public class. Lots of other classes coming, and we got lots of good stuff coming. So check it out, TooTallToby.com/training, and I think that's it for now. Let's take a look at our first challenge. Don't forget, if you like what you're seeing here, be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. Let me just take a look at my monitoring computer over here and see how we're doing for likes. Pretty close. 18 likes, 23 people watching. See if we can do anything to get that up to 1-to-1. We always love that 1-to-1 ratio. And of course, be sure to share and reshare. Let people know what we're doing here on Model Monday Live. All right, our first answer. A little bit of an easier model. I don't have this one tiered yet. I think this would probably be like a tier 4. Probably a tier 4 model. We could get most of this geometry probably in one sketch. And then we would maybe have to do a second sketch to come in from the side. But other than that, it's basically a one sketch model. You'd have to know how to use your contour selections to do it if you were going to sketch it all from the top. And you would, of course, have to know how to do some slightly more complex relationships like tangency and dimensioning to the tangent points to make things just a little bit easier. But let's take a look at what our amazing chat came up with as far as an answer goes. Actually, I think we can just leave this here and do one of these. Oh, yeah. Love it when it works. Love it when it just works. It's such a good feeling. All right. Actually, I will move this over a little. All righty, let's go. Let's see what we came up with. I saw an answer coming from Will. Will is going to get on the board possibly this week or stay on the board. Wait, did Will get a point last week? Let's look here. Model Monday Live, February. Will is already on the board for 1 point. Will and Victor K. Let's see how it goes today. Will comes in with an answer, 2, 3, 9, 8. Very nice. Will is in the tournament as well, guys. So if you want to see some more great tournament action, check it out, TooTallToby.com/spring. Click here, and then you can see that Will is going to be competing on February 21st against Airwick. Wow. Wow, talk about a rivalry. This is going to be good. All right. This is what I like to see. Oh, I don't know if you guys could see that. I might have had it blocked with the chat. Sorry. Let me do that again. Here we go. February 21st. Will versus Airwick. Canada versus Brazil. I like it. I like Airwick's user logo there too. That clock, all the clock pieces. That's pretty cool. All right, let's see. It's kind of ironic too that Airwick is in Canada, but Will has the image with all the snow and the trees. You'd think that would be up in Canada with all the snow and the trees. So, all right, cool. So I'm excited to see that matchup. I think we're all very excited to see that matchup. Let's see here. Will comes in with an answer, 2, 3, 9, 8. Airwick right behind him, 2, 3, 9, 8. Ricardo Jean coming in 2, 3, 9, 8. Very nice. Dom coming in down here, 2, 3, 8, 4. I don't know where I'm going wrong. Hey, it's all good. You can correct as many times as you want here in the Model Monday Live episodes. You don't get that luxury during the tournament, but you do during Model Monday Live. Michael coming in 2384 as well. Let's see here. Alba Kronos, Mr. Alex coming in 2795, mixing it up. I like it. I like it. Let's see here. Michael revising 2398. Very nice. Alba revising. Amir coming in 2398. And Alba coming in 3767. Very nice. 3698 revising. I like it. I like it. And finally 2398 says Graham. Sorry, don't worry about it. You can do it as many times as you want. And look at Jern coming in here 2381 as well. I like it. I like it. Lots of diversity here as far as these answers go. Let's see what we ended up with as the correct answer. The correct answer is 2398. 2398. So that point is going to go to Will, taking him up on the leaderboard 2 points for February. Very nicely done, Will. Let's all give Will a GG in the chat and a GL on Feb 21. GL Will on Feb 21. You're going to destroy that other guy. Just kidding. Just kidding, Eric. All right. GG to Will. Congratulations. Very nicely done. That was speedy. Bodie McBoatpants saying, wow, look at that leaderboard updated already. That's very nice, Bodie McBoatpants. I like it. Let's look here. Model Monday. Look at that. Will's already got his point here. It's like we got AIs running in the background, scrubbing this thing and coming up with our answers right away for us. I love it. I love it. All right, let's get into our second challenge here. And guys, guess what? We got a new model for you here. Model Monday Live. I figured it was going to be a little bit light today. I know there's some conferences going on today. Conferences going on this week. So I figured we'd be a little light. So I figured something special for all of you. We're going to do a brand new model here. This one doesn't come from a past tournament. Doesn't come from a past episode of Model Monday Live. Brand new, just for you. I tagged it as a tier 5 model. I don't know. You guys are going to have to tell me. I thought it was tier 5 because it has some trickiness to it. Whenever there's trickiness, it kind of gets bumped a little bit. So good luck. Here we go. A tier 5 model. A little spoiler, I know. This second challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part in XXX grams? So we see this part is in mmgs. It's made out of ABS with a density of 1020 kilograms per cubic meter. Tier 5 complexity. And this one is called 24-02-15 Smoothie Shaker. It's a smoothie shaker. Now, what makes this part a little bit tricky is that smooth transition. You can see that we've got that kind of uniform wall thickness. It's the same geometry going into that transition and then wrapping around down at the bottom. And that geometry is touching off tangent to the very bottom of the part. So good luck. It sits down. So if it sat on a table, everything would just be touching that table tangent. So good luck with this model. A little bit tricky there with the location of the fin. I think that's also going to maybe cause some people to pause and have to re-examine how to come up with that number to get to that fin on the inside there. And yeah, not an easy part. Tier 5 part. I'm going to stick with what my initial complexity ranking there. Tier 5, I think, is appropriate. Good luck. Grab a screen capture. Move that over onto your second screen. And we are going to continue with this challenge. I'm going to take a sip of my drink. Today's drink is coffee with milk in it. And Vicky Chong in the chat says, hey, that part belongs on my smoothie shaker. Yep. Oh, smoothie is with an I-E. See, I'm not that good at spelling. Smoothie. I just called it smoothie. Yes, it was indeed inspired by an actual smoothie shaker. All right. Let's get back into it here. Here we go, guys. Model Monday Live continues. Good luck to all of our runners today. Practicing through here. We got 25 people watching. Don't forget to like. Let's make sure that those likes match with the number of viewers. That's what we like to see. Here we go. Now, I have mentioned conferences a couple of times this week, but sometimes it's time for an all-new type of conference. And We are in the process of putting together an all new type of conference. I've mentioned this the past couple of weeks. It's still in a Codename phase, Codename SolidBox world, but this is going to be something special. This is going to be representation from multiple CAD systems getting together, talking about the differences, talking about the similarities, talking about what makes one CAD system maybe a better choice for you, and a really unique event here to kind of compare and contrast multiple different CAD systems. So be on the lookout. SolidBox World. Put it in your calendar for all of Q4 2024. Just say sometime in here, we're going to have SolidBox World. I got to mark this in my calendar. I'm marking off the whole quarter. We are very excited to get this all locked down to officially announce. I think the official announcement's going to come here in another week or so. But for now, you Model Monday live crew, chat crew, you guys always get the inside scoop. Da Vinci is here in the chat. What's up, Da Vinci? Welcome, welcome. We're just doing the second challenge, so if you just roll back the video a little bit, you will see the second challenge has begun. And here we go. Let's keep going on here. What are we going to do today? Whoops, this isn't right. Hold on, we're doing a quick change here. We're already at this part. We are crushing this schedule today. This is awesome. I didn't realize we were already this far. So this is awesome. Let's change this. Do one of these, and we'll do a one of these, and a one of these. Boom. It's just that easy. It's just that easy. So what are we going to do today? We're going to take a look at Onshape. We're going to take a look at this slide hinge in Onshape. This is a challenge that we posted on the YouTube channel a few weeks ago. And we had a couple of people who were saying they were struggling a little bit, struggling getting some dimensions, struggling with the offset. I know that the slot command and the offset command can be a little bit tricky in Onshape, particularly the slot command. It's a little bit buried. Sometimes people have a hard time finding it. So we're going to talk about those commands as we go through and we model this part in our Onshape live modeling tutorial. So welcome to today's Onshape live modeling 3D modeling tutorial live solve. We're going to go through, we're going to try to create this part. And as always, whenever you're trying to create a model in 3D from a 2D print, the very first thing you want to do before you launch your CAD software, before you set your units or do anything like that, you want to just kind of get your bearings and come up with a game plan. And I think that in a model like this, we can look at this whole model, and really what we're looking for is kind of anchor points. Like this dimension here, this 60 is coming off of the center of that slotted area, and then this 125 is coming off the back of that. So you could almost say that this dimension here is also coming off of that centered location. And so I think that because of that, it would make sense to have the origin, the center of the part, maybe located here. And so if the center of the part is located there, then that, by determining that, by establishing that, and again, the way that you determine that, the way that you establish that is just kind of by experience, but it's also by looking for things like, is the model symmetric? The model has symmetry in this direction, so the origin's probably going to be somewhere along this line. And then looking for kind of key anchoring dimensions like we talked about a moment ago, that 60 and the remaining 65 dimension are going to be kind of anchored in on that point. So we could say that we're going to put the origin here, and once we determine that the origin is going to be here, then we could decide that, we could really create a lot of this geometry on that initial sketch plane, in that initial sketch. For example, I could create this rectangle shape here in that initial sketch. I can certainly create these two slotted shapes here in that initial sketch. And I could also create the sketch for this rib here. Now, I think I'm going to take advantage of symmetry, and I'm going to mirror that rib across, so I don't really have to worry about drawing it twice. And if that's the case, I could also take advantage of this shape here and mirror it across. So I think that I'm going to get to the point where I create this rib here, and then I'm also going to create one of these kind of triangular shapes here, and then I'm going to mirror both of those features. And then once I mirror both those features, the only thing that's going to be left to do is going to be to create this boss here. The final thing that I'm going to say about a model like this, and again, this just kind of comes from experience, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this kind of outer shape first, and extrude it as a solid. And then later in the model towards the end, I'm going to go through and I'm going to cut this inner shape. And the reason that you do that is because it just makes it easier for you to kind of overlap geometry onto that inner wall. Sometimes it's not necessary, especially with a model like this. When you've got a very thick wall, it's probably not necessary, but it is kind of a good best practice, and it's a good technique to give us an opportunity to share here during this Model Monday live solve. So I know that I took a couple of minutes there to come up with a game plan, but I think that it's definitely important, and it's going to help me throughout the rest of the design process. And so that's why we always do that. We always kind of come up with a game plan, and then if we need to pivot along the way, we certainly can. I'm going to take a screen capture of this, and I'm going to move it over to my second screen, and then I'm going to get into my Onshape modeling environment here. So let's bring up this Onshape modeling environment. Here we can see that Onshape is entirely browser-based, so it really doesn't matter what operating system you're working on. I know that for me, I'm building a second computer here to kind of use in a little bit more of a mobile environment. And it's really nice to have Onshape on both computers. Really, it's not on either computer, it's on the browser. But it's just really nice to be able to jump from one computer to the other and keep my place, not have to worry about like transferring files or anything like that. Or like my learning, all of my Onshape learning is all here in the same account. So just a real nice advantage of being entirely browser-based. So I'm going to create a new document here. I'm going to call this document 24-01-14-slide hinge. If you are an Onshape user, this is being created in the public space, so you can do a search for this name, and then you could find this document, and you could look and see kind of how I built this. Just like we talked about in the game plan, I'm going to start out by creating a sketch here on the top plane, and then once I get into that sketch mode there on the top plane, I'm going to start out by creating that kind of slot geometry, that double slot geometry, so the 60 by 130 kind of slot geometry. And to create a slot in SolidWorks, we start out here by creating the center line. So this is going to be 130, really minus 30 for the radius on one end and minus 30 for the radius on the other end, leaving us with a 70 millimeter long line. And then I'm going to take that line and I'm going to choose this command up here, slot. So we fly out the command for offset, and then we can choose the command for slot. And now at this point, we can click in the background to kind of finish that slot command, and then we can change this. This is a diameter dimension, so this is going to be 60. 60 is the diameter for that slot. We can also, at that point, go into an offset command. So I could do a right mouse button select, and I could say tangent connected edges. And then from there, I could jump into an offset command, and this is going to be an offset at a distance of 10 millimeters to capture that wall. And so now I can just pick this line, pick the origin, and then press Shift M, which is the sort of newer hotkey for midpoint. Now, in some CAD systems at this point, we would have to take this center line and make it for construction, but we don't have to do that in Onshape. Onshape is kind of like pre-cooked to work with contour selection, multiple contours in a sketch. So it just kind of works. So now I'm going to create this sketch out here for the rectangle. I don't know what that dimension is, so I'm just going to kind of leave it whatever it happens to be. I'll just press enter to leave it whatever it happens to be. And then for this dimension, this is going to be 30. And there we go. And then what I could do is I could kind of align this rectangle here onto the remaining geometry. So I could maybe, there's a couple ways we could do this. A lot of times I'll just drop in a point here, and then I'll take that point and the origin and make them horizontal. So just take those two and press H and make those two horizontal. And then this dimension, that's not the correct dimension. It's going to be a dimension from the origin to that line, and that's going to be our 125 minus 60 that we talked about down in that front view. So now the final thing that I need to sketch here is just a line that I'm going to use for the rib command. That line is going to have a dimension of 45, and then it's going to have a distance here of 4 millimeters. Now, the truth is that I like to keep my sketches simple, and this is kind of pushing it for me. This is like getting a little too complicated. If something goes wrong, I'm going to probably need to spend a lot of time troubleshooting. So I really don't want to go too much further than this with this sketch. I don't want to make it too much more complicated than this. Certainly I could, get over here on this side of the model and start sketching that other geometry and kind of including that as layout geometry as well. But Again, I like to keep my sketches simple. I don't want to go too deep into an overly complicated layout sketch for this model. So I think that at this point, I'm going to jump into my extrude command, and I'm going to choose the geometry to extrude here. I think I'm going to choose this region and this internal region like we talked about before. That's going to come up to a height of 60, and I'm going to press tab and get down here to symmetric, and then I can press enter and finish out that part of the command. Now I can show that sketch. So over here in the tree, I'm going to show that sketch. And then I'm going to use that sketch again to do another extrusion. This time the extrusion is going to come from this rectangular area, and that's going to go to a height of 30. And again, I'll press the tab key here and tab down to symmetric, and then I'll press enter. And that creates that kind of rectangular shape that's sticking out the front. Now I'm going to select this line here and jump into a rib command. And so on shape by, pre-selecting that rib, it just kind of takes me right into the command. And that's going to be at a thickness of 5. And so we can see here that now that allows me to create that rib with that thickness of 5. And boom, done with that feature, ready to move on. So now we're going to jump into those kind of triangular shapes that were sticking out the back there. So we need to create one of those triangular shapes, and then we'll be able to mirror that. And then once that's mirrored, we'll create that final kind of circular boss that's running through there. So I'm going to take the front plane, do a right mouse button on the front plane and choose offset plane. This is going to be an offset at a distance of 90/2, and we're going to offset the opposite direction. And there we go. And now we're going to select that face and begin a sketch. And I'm just going to get normal to that sketch plane to create this geometry. So for this geometry, I'm going to begin a line. I'm going to come down, come back, kind of touch the end point and jump into a tangent arc, and then create another tangent line coming off of that. And I'll just connect those two. We're going to make this vertical, so I'll press V there. We'll take these 2 points and make them vertical as well, and then we'll take the origin and this point here and make them horizontal. And that should establish, because I made those 2 points vertical, this is a little trick when it comes to tangent arc, line, tangent arc, so line, arc, line. If you take these 2 points here and you make them vertical, that will give you essentially a symmetric relationship. You could also take these 2 lines here and make them equal. That's kind of another way of doing it. But, you can also just take these 2 points here, make them vertical. It's a nice, quick, easy way to kind of create pseudo symmetry between that. It's like a geometric symmetry. So now this is going to have a radius of 10, and the angle here between those 2 lines is going to be 45. And now the distance from this line to the center of that arc is going to be 125. And now this is where it's kind of nice to have the internals of this model still solid, because I don't really need to worry about, where this lands. In fact, what might make the most sense would be just to create a coincident relationship between this and this. So if I make those coincident, now I know that, it's going to be buried inside there, but it's never going to stick out the top or out the bottom. And then what I could do is I could jump into my extrude command. So we could take that, we could turn that into an extrusion of 10 millimeters, and that's going to go the other way. And now I'm ready to jump into my mirror command. So mirror, and this is going to be a mirror of features. I really could mirror the whole part as well, but I'm just going to do this as features. And so I'm going to mirror the rib, and I'm going to mirror the that triangle shape, and then the mirror plane is going to be the front plane. And we can see that these are showing up in red, and sometimes if they show up in red in Onshape, you need to check this check mark here, reapply features. And so it's nice, Onshape gives you that kind of color coding, like, hey, this isn't going to work. If you hit the check mark, you're going to end up with an error. So I click reapply features, and now I hit the check mark, and now boom, we are good to go. And so now at this point, I could go front plane, begin a sketch, just get normal 2, just because we like it normal 2. And then we're going to say that these 2 arcs here are equal and concentric. So we'll make those 2 concentric, and we'll also make those 2 equal. A couple of ways we could do that. And then we've got our internal arc there as well. And so that internal arc is going to be at a diameter there of 12, I think. Yep, 12. Thought I saw that earlier. And then we'll do an extrude there, and that's going to go to a depth of 120. And once again, we're going to press tab and get down to symmetric. And this could be the whole thing, or we could leave some of it out. The nice thing about doing the whole thing here is that if you do it that way, one of the nice things about Onshape is that you can extrude right from a face. So then I could pick this face here, and then I could do extrude, and then I could make that a cut extrude. So remove through all, and then I'm just done. It just blasted through the whole thing there. So, it's one way of doing it. Another way would be just to reuse the sketch like we did earlier with this sketch here, like we're going to do again. And so for that final feature, we're going to go into an extrude, and this is going to be a remove. And then for the faces and regions to extrude, we're going to use the tilde key, the key that's kind of up above the tab key, because that's like the select other in Onshape, and that lets you pick a region that's buried inside of the model. So it's a little hotkey. You use that tilde key. So I'll pick there, and then that's going to go through all and symmetric, and hit the check mark, and there we go. We can do a Shift P to hide all of our construction geometry, and then we can go down here to our materials library. So we're going to say assign material. This is going to come from the TooTallToby custom materials, and this one is going to be plain carbon steel. And so at this point, we can hit the mass properties command and calculate the mass of this thing. 2030 grams is the mass that we're coming up with here in Onshape. And so at this point, we're going to go back to our PowerPoint. And did we get it correct? Drum roll, please. Let's see. Did we get it? We did get it correct. We just got it correct on an old slide, but we did get it correct. 2030 grams is the correct mass of that part. So we did it. Yeah. GG Toby in the chat. GG Toby. And that is correct. 2030 grams is the correct answer for this model here. Let's fix this real quick. We're going to do it again. We're going to roll that back, guys. So everybody act surprised, all right? So we'll get rid of this. We'll put this here, and we'll do one of these. Okay, here we go. Everybody back to position one. Back to position one. Here we go. So we come up with an answer of 2030 grams. And did we get it correct? We did get it correct. Oh, yeah. Nice job. We did it. So there is your Onshape live solve tutorial for this model, Slide Hinge. I know there were a couple of people asking questions about it in the comments, and so I hope that that helps. That is how we can do it using the totally free version of Onshape. If you want to check that out, of course, Onshape also has a promotion going right now. If you're interested in getting up to professional, you can get it for 6 months. I'm gonna have some more details on that in the next couple of weeks, so we'll leave that one as a teaser for now. But there you go, and let's go. Wow, John dropping in a feels good man JPEG. I can't wait to see what that one looks like. Nice job. I like that reference. All right, here we go. Don't forget, guys, if you enjoy that kind of a thing, if you enjoy these kinds of live solves, don't forget to support the channel. You can like and subscribe. You can share and reshare. That's the best way to support the channel, continue to grow the channel. But of course, we also do offer a value for value option, TooTallToby.com/donate. If you enjoy all this awesome content that we're coming out with, consider going over and visiting us, TooTallToby.com/donate. You can even set up a monthly recurring donation, and that's a great way to just kind of have a sustaining donation to continue to support the channel and everything that we're putting out for the community. All right, and with that, let's get into our answer here for the second one. This is a fun one. I really like this one, the smoothie shaker. The way that I did it was I started out with I actually made a sketch here of 2 rectangles, and then I revolved those 2 rectangles. So 2 rectangles, revolve them into that initial shape. Then I went into the side view here and created one of the ribs. And once I created that rib, I did that as a circular pattern. Do that circular pattern, get 8 of those ribs. And then I took a new sketch on the bottom of this surface and did a convert of these 2 circles. Convert entities, and then did a rectangle at that width of 25. And then I just took that one section of the sketch and extruded it down. And then that's kind of where the tricky part is trying to figure out like how far down does that need to go. The first time I did it, I just did it as trial and error. And then the second time I actually did the revolve first. But once I had that one section, this one kind of shape here extruded down, then I was able to sketch a center line in the middle and then use that shape to do a revolve here to create this shape. So pretty cool stuff there. Pretty cool stuff. JD52WTF is in the chat. Welcome. Great seeing you in here. It's been a little while. Great to see you in here again. Rich Penn is in the chat. Pro move on symmetry with points. Oh, thank you, Rich Penn. Appreciate it. Really been enjoying watching your content on YouTube also, Rich Penn. So keep it up. Keep coming out with those tutorials. Lots of good stuff in there. Alrighty, let's see what people came up with for the answer to this one. The very first answer that came in from Ricardo Jean. Yes, awesome. another runner in the tournament. Guys, remember, if you go to TooTallToby.com, you will see that there's a section called TooTallToby.com/spring. You can click right here and you can see all of the upcoming runners. And here he is, Riccardo Salato, February 28th, representing Italy, going up against Phosphor using plasticity. I can't wait to see that match. That's going to be a really good one. So be sure to join us on February 28th. Riccardo Jean coming in with an answer of, let's see, I don't know if he even got the right answer. But either way, I hope people will watch your match. 101 grams. Will coming in with an answer. 101 grams. Airwick, 101. Dom, 101. Mr. Alex coming in 103, mixing it up. Michael Mitchwent, 103. Mr. Alex revising to 90 to 100. JDF, 101 grams. Alba coming in 101 grams. Jern coming in 101 grams. Nice. I like it. I like it. Amir coming in 101 grams. Nice, nice, nice. Ajad Khan says, how can I participate in the league? What you want to do is go to TooTallToby.com. Wait, you guys can't see this. It's getting clipped off there. Sorry about that. So what you want to do there, Khan, is go to TooTallToby.com and sign up, and then that's where we do all of the registration for the tournament. So for the Spring Open, you know, we're already in the Spring Open. It's already running, so you're not going to be able to register for that. Certainly, you can practice every week with us here on Model Monday Live, and then the next tournament, you'll be ready to go. You'll see the notifications, and we will be taking a new batch of qualifiers. So best thing you can do is sign up at TooTallToby.com. And we'll definitely let you know when the next tournament kicks off. All right. What is the correct answer? 101 grams. So congratulations to Riccardo. Nice job. Very nice job. Congratulations and well done. And good luck on Feb 28th. Good luck in your match against Phosphor. And GG, really GG to everybody. GG to everybody who did that one. If you tried it, if you got it wrong, if you tried it and you didn't finish, that is not an easy model. It's a really cool model. It is not easy. And GG to everybody who gave it a try. That is a tough one. Jern says, just dropped my solution into the TTT Discord channel. Very nice. In the Model Monday Live Discord channel. We do have a Discord with a dedicated Model Monday Live area. And as soon as we get through this training push, we're going to be diving back into supporting the Discord efforts this year. But I'm very thankful that I got a Discord up and running and that you guys are in there hanging out. So keep it up and keep sharing stuff in there. It's good stuff. Guys, that's going to bring us to the end of our episode of Model Monday Live. I want to say thank you so much to all of our winners and congratulations. Don't forget to check out our tournament sponsors, SolidBox. Professional, no IT required solutions. Anything you need. You need new computers? SolidBox will hook them up. They'll make sure that they work as soon as they get to you. You need some consulting? You need some training? SolidBox can totally hook it up. Visit them, mysolidbox.com. Of course, if you enjoyed that Onshape live solve, be sure to check out the Onshape YouTube channel. We do have a playlist on there that's all TooTallToby related stuff from last year. SolidWorks expert learns Onshape. Making the change. Making the change. We also are hosting the tournament right now, the TooTallToby CAD vs. CAD Tournament Spring Open. Don't forget about the training. Please keep me in mind. Talk to your teams. Talk to your management, whoever's your CAD administrator. If your team is looking for any SolidWorks training, be sure to keep me in mind and send them our way, TooTallToby.com/training. Our first advanced part modeling class is going on February 29th. And I would love to see some people from Model Monday Live in there, or maybe some people that you recommend. So be sure to send people our way, TooTallToby.com/training. And hey, if you want to join us. We'd love for you to join us here during this training, you know. And sign up for a free account at TooTallToby.com. Thank you to the most amazing chat ever. Next week, we are off. We're going on a camping trip. So we're going to be off next week. But during the week, if you see any practice models, any shorts, any pro moves, any social media-based text or images, please hit that share button on your social media so it reshares out to your network and continues to grow the network. Wednesday, February 14th, we got the CAD vs. CAD tournament, SolidWorks vs. Libre. an inventor versus SolidWorks. Don't forget to visit our sponsor, Libre, as well. Don't know why that slide didn't show up, but don't forget to visit our sponsor, Libre, as well. We talked about Libre a little bit earlier in the presentation. Huge thank you to Libre for sponsoring the tournament, putting up some awesome prizes, epic prizes this year. Just looking for the Libre slide and totally failing on finding it. You know what? We got it right on the website. What am I doing? Just use the website. Visit Libre. Thank you so much to Libre for sponsoring the tournament. And we do have a coupon code down in the description. Get 22% off for the entire month of February. So check that out as well. Guys, I think that's it. Good place to end. Good song to end on. Really good Model Monday this week. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Congratulations to our winners today, to Ricardo and to Will. Congratulations. Let's see if the website has updated already. Oh, it sure has. They are on the leaderboard. You can see them right here on the leaderboard. Awesome job. We'll have some more fun challenges in 2 weeks. And of course, join us for the tournament this Wednesday. And it was awesome seeing everybody today. Have a great rest of your Monday. Have a great rest of the week. Enjoy yourselves. If you're at the conference, enjoy yourselves. Try to learn a lot. And of course, if anybody wins the modeling competition there, be sure to wear a TooTallToby shirt on stage and shout TooTallToby from the crowd while they're announcing the winners, and as much as you can. See you, everybody.